Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting a new series which will include 4 videos on landing a data science job in 2022. Whether you are looking to change careers, land your first data science job, or simply get a new data scientist position, this video series will guide you through the process of landing a data science job this year. Landing a data science job involves multiple steps, from finding your target position, to getting interviews, to interview preparation, to interviewing, to offer negotiation and team match. So in this very first video, we are going to start at the beginning of the process, and I'm going to explain how to target the right data scientist position for you. We will take a look at some of the characteristics of 2 types of data scientist positions, specifically analytics-driven and algorithm-driven positions, and whether those roles are right for you. After that, in the next couple of videos, we will talk about how to get interviews, what you need to learn to prepare for interviews, and how to learn efficiently. It doesn't matter if you are already a data science professional or if you are a new grad or are a career changer. If you are looking for a data science job, if you are committed to find a data science job in 2022, this video series is going to help you. Okay, today we are going to focus on 3 questions. What are the types of data scientist positions out there? What are the differences between them? How do you know which one is right for you? I know you're eager to know the answers, so let's dive right in. What do I mean by finding your target position? You may wonder, isn't data scientist my target position? But data science is a fairly broad field. There are many positions that fall under this larger umbrella, such as data analyst, applied scientist, and research scientist. To make both your job searching and preparation more manageable, you need to narrow down your search to find the exact position that fits you. To find the right position for you, you first need to understand the different types of data scientist positions. If you're already a subscriber of my channel, or if you have read some of my blog posts, you may already know them. Even though I have already talked about them before, I think they're important enough to mention again. These types determine what the interview process looks like, as well as the criteria of a competitive candidate. If we want to be very comprehensive, we can categorize all the data scientist positions into 4 types: analytics, algorithms, statistics, and engineering. This categorization of data scientist positions was summarized in one of my blog posts, Interviewing for Your First Data Scientist Job, What to Expect and How to Prepare, which includes detailed descriptions and examples for different types of positions. This categorization still applies today to most tech companies. Now, for the purpose of this video though, we are going to focus on just 2 types, analytics and algorithms. These 2 roles are the most popular ones out there, and I know that majority of you guys are looking for positions that fit into these 2 categories. The other 2 types of data scientist roles, statistics and engineering, are relatively rare on the data scientist title. Also, the requirements for a data scientist engineering role can be very similar to data engineer roles, so I will not talk about those in this video. But if you would love to hear more about them, let me know in the comment section below, and I will make another video to answer your questions. So in general, we are categorizing data scientist positions into 2 types, analytics-driven and algorithm-driven. Analytics-driven positions include data analyst, product analyst, data scientist analytics, and a product data scientist. Algorithm-driven positions include data scientist algorithm, data scientist machine learning, as well as other scientist-related titles such as applied scientist or research scientist. Before we move deeper into the differences between these 2, I want to highlight that the split between these 2 types of positions is much clearer at mature tech companies. Large companies like Meta, Lyft, Airbnb, and Netflix have large and mature data science teams that split various positions in their team into the analytics-driven and algorithm-driven categories. However, smaller companies, especially startups, may have more fluid data scientist roles that are more of a combination of the 2. Now, let's dive into these 2 positions and understand their similarities and differences. Let's start with analytics-driven roles. This type of role can involve a lot of different things, such as looking at logs, user data, and system performance data, etc. These data scientists will be able to drive business decisions by making recommendations based on detailed investigation of the data. It is a technical role, but there's a lot of communication that can also take place. This includes helping stakeholders make informed decisions, performing exploratory data analysis, defining business metrics, and making data visualizations such as dashboards. Let's look at some job posts to get a sense of the exact requirement. First, the data scientist media technologies position at Apple. At first glance, this is a typical entry-level data scientist position in the analytics track. It has no experience level specified, but the core skills include SQL, scripting language for data processing and development, expertise with statistical data analysis and A/B testing sampling methods. Strong communication and collaboration skills are also expected. In addition to the core skills, other skills are software development experience in C, C++, and understanding of machine learning algorithms, including regression, clustering, and classification, can also be helpful. But note that those are nice to have, but not hard requirements. Next up, we have a more senior position, data scientist analytics at Meta. Meta is looking for someone who has 5+ years of experience working hands-on with data. Someone who loves working with data and has advanced data analysis skills. The posting states that core skills that are required include expert knowledge of SQL, Python, and R. This is in addition to experience working with various stakeholders and decision makers to better understand the data. Knowledge of experimentation in A/B testing is also listed as a plus. These are typical job posts of analytics-driven positions. So what are the things we can find in common in those job posts? Well, you can see the common responsibilities related to products and businesses such as product vision, product ideas, and making business decisions. The roles also often mention keywords related to A/B testing such as experiment design, hypothesis testing, etc. Lastly, most of the job posts emphasize proficiency in SQL. On the other hand, you may find scripting languages such as Python, R, and machine learning knowledge are often listed under the nice-to-have category. Moving on, we are going to look at algorithm-driven positions. Sometimes it's also called data scientist machine learning. Under this type of role, you are still a data scientist, but instead of working on business and product insights, you will often work on developing or improving machine learning models for various business purposes, such as making predictions. Also, in this role, you will be required to have stronger coding skills because you're sometimes expected to work with software engineers and to deploy models or build pipelines for model training. Now, let's look at a typical algorithm track position, data scientist enterprise cloud position at Microsoft. The core skills that Microsoft is looking for include building statistical machine learning models and algorithms, developing and testing new models, running computational experiments, and performing hyperparameter tuning. Also, you need to be proficient in one or more programming or scripting language such as Python. Here is another more experienced position posted by Lyft Data Scientist Algorithms. It requires 5+ years professional experience. The core skills required are exploratory data analysis, developing and feeding machine learning or optimization models. Moreover, you are required to write production model code. Okay, for these two job postings, what can we see in common? First, they all have a lot of emphasis on machine learning, such as machine learning models, machine learning algorithms. You also see relevant keywords such as exploratory data analysis and hyperparameter tuning, etc. Also, you will find that they require proficiency in scripting language such as Python, etc. On the other hand, unlike the analytics role, you are less likely to find keywords or emphasis on developing business insights using SQL or running A/B testing experiments. Okay, now that we have looked at two different roles and job postings, let me ask you, what's the difference between the two tracks, analytics and algorithm? Is it just that one role is related to machine learning and the other is not? Well, that's definitely one of the differences, but that's not the only thing. The analytics-driven position focuses more on getting business insight from data. Although it's a technical position, soft skills are especially important. In comparison, the algorithm-driven track is more technical-focused. You are expected to work more on technical deliverables and with technical coworkers. The other difference is that the analytics-driven track tends to have more job demand. This role is the most common type of data scientist job on the market. While that does not mean that there are not algorithm roles out there, it is something to consider when picking a position to target. So now that you know the difference, how do you know how to choose a position that is right for you? Your interest is certainly a big factor in choosing the role, but here I want to have a more objective discussion about choosing based on your background. Say that you are already a data scientist with a couple of years of experience and you are looking for a job either because you want to switch to a different company or you want to work in a different field. For you, all types of data science roles in most tech companies would work if you can demonstrate relevant industry experience. For example, say you have been working in a startup on the analytics track for 2 years. If you want to continue on the analytics track but change to a big public company such as Google or Meta, you would have a very high chance of getting interviews among all the candidates because you have the exact experience they are looking for. But what if you want to change to the algorithm or machine learning track? You still have a high chance of being competitive if you can demonstrate that you have been involved in projects related to machine learning, such as having first-hand experience on handling the specific data and developing the model. The algorithm track could also be right for you if you have been continuously learning, such as getting online master degree or taking online courses. So if you have experience as a data scientist, you can usually make either type of position work for you. Now, what if you are a new grad and don't have any work or internship experience? In this case, the right type of position will really depend on the coursework you have done. Generally speaking, if you majored in statistics or you have taken many statistics courses, or if you graduated from the business school but have taken courses related to quantitative analysis, then the data scientist analytics track may be the best choice for you. On the other hand, if you major in computer science or have taken extensive coding and machine learning courses, then the data science algorithms, machine learning roles are probably the best for you. Now, for career changers, these are the people I get the most questions from. Most career changers I have worked with are either changing from a non-technical position such as a business analyst or a consultant to a data scientist position, or they're changing from a non-tech company such as an insurance company or retail store company to a tech company. In those cases, my general recommendation is to focus on analytics-driven roles. The reasons I gave the recommendation to most career changers are: first, the number of openings for analytics track is the highest. Second, since you already have some experience in the industry, product knowledge and business metrics may become very intuitive for you, which is a key requirement for the analytics track. This will make your transition much smoother. Not to say changing careers is easy, but the timeline and effort required is definitely a key factor to consider. I wouldn't discourage you if you have a passion for machine learning and you have taken the time to build your foundation in coding. Generally speaking though, if you don't have those skills ready, it could take months or even years to build from the ground up. That's why I generally don't recommend career changers to go for the algorithm-driven path. Alright guys, that's it for our discussion about finding the right data scientist position for you. If there are any aspects of this that I have missed and that you would love to hear about, make sure to let me know below. If you got to the end of this video, do me a favor and comment below, "This is my year," so that I know you're committed to land a data science job in 2022. Now you have all the knowledge you need to choose the right position for you. In the next video, we will tackle the next step: how to get interviews efficiently so that you can get enough interviews for you to convert to offers and save your time on interview preparation. Thank you so much for watching. Cannot wait to see you next week, and good luck on your job search.